while Rajasthan Royals are out of the IPL 2025 playoffs contention, they can still be a party pooper for other teams, and they almost did that on Sunday against Kolkata Knight Riders in a last ball thriller. But the defending champion did come out victorious by beating RR by just 1 run on Sunday. Welcome to Matchpoint Paradox. My name is Rajdeep. I'm joined by Anish. Now, obviously, we thought it would be RR's game at one point because their skipper Riyan Parag seemed to be in very fine touch, almost nearing a century as well. But obviously, things didn't go his way. What happened there, Anish, during the chase?
I mean, once Parag was he looked in the mood today. I think when RR were 71 for 5, thought this was a done deal. It was just a matter of time before KKR wrap up another victory. But that partnership between Shimran Hetmeyer and Riyan Parag really took the game, and in a game where a chase of 206, despite being so behind in terms of the required run rate, that one over in which Parag targeted Moeen that helped them claw back that run rate so much. It went for 31 runs with Parag slamming 5 sixes, one even hitting one of those advertisement cars stationed on the stadium. So I think that one over changed the course of the game. Then it became around 10 runs per over from 15 runs per over, which is doable in this day and age in T20 cricket. But I think from there, like how Parag mentioned in the end of the match, should have seen his team across the line. He eventually got on the 90s. This is the second time in 2 matches that batters falling in the 90s. Matre fell for CSK last night against RCB. So I think he looked a little disappointed that he was not able to take his team across the line. And the more important thing is it is for the fourth time that Rajasthan have failed in a last over chase. They just don't seem to be getting a hang of pulling off that last minute victories in the last over. Talking about the first innings though, it was a surprise for KKR because Andy Russell came up the order and scored his first 50 of the season.
And as you said, his I think 50, almost 60 runs did make the difference. If I'm not wrong, KKR was about 97 for 2, I think, after 11 overs. And from there, they made 206, more than 100 runs in the last 9 overs. And it was mainly because of Raghuvanshi and Russell's partnership. Obviously, in the beginning, we saw Sunil again getting out cheaply, but then a partnership, a 50-run partnership again, I think, between skipper Rahane and Gurbaz. Rahane slowed down a bit towards the end of his knock, but then we saw Raghuvanshi's 44 and Russell's 57, I think, really help KKR get 200 plus runs as well.
Why do you think the Rajasthan bowlers kind of faltered? Because it felt like they brought in Akash Madwal, a second encounter this game, but he wasn't able to get those links right at that time.
Very expensive. 3 overs, he was smacked for 50. Very expensive. And even Tikshana was also, I think, pasted all over the ground. He couldn't get his bowling right today. But what do you have to say about RR's chase, if you have to go? In the beginning, Suryavanshi star boy again faltered. What do you have to say about that?
And we mentioned about Murphy's Law last time. Suryavanshi again creaming a beautiful cover drive of the first ball, and then an ugly looking hoik in the second where he was caught. But that again, props to Ajinkya Rahane for running backwards and taking a catch over his shoulder. It's never easy to pick one of those catches, and that brought the 14-year-old's innings to an end. And after that, I think it was a good partnership brewing with Yashasvi Jaiswal. He wasn't looking as fluent as he has been through the season, but 37-run knock that really made sure that they weren't behind in terms of run rate in the power play. They managed to get to that 50-run mark, and it was that over from Varun Chakaravarthy that really spoiled it for them from there. Both Dhruv Jurel and Hasaranga were unable to read his googly, the one that spins into the right-hander, and both of them ended playing across the long line only to see their stumps broken behind them. And from that, that's what we mentioned earlier in the video, 71 for 5 is not a great situation to be in when you're chasing around 206. But the fact that they came close is solely because of Parag's exploits. On another day, this would have been an RR win, their third in the season, but ends up as a KKR win, makes the playoff race slightly more interesting with KKR still in it. They are now, I think, 4 points behind Punjab. And they've played a game more than them.
In 8th.
Yes, in 6th.
In 6th, sorry.
And the issue for them is that one game against Punjab, because rained out,
Yeah.
is a lost opportunity. So they're kind of the odd man out in that middle order. So that's it for today's game. Next up, we have Delhi and SRH locking horns in Hyderabad. SRH is mathematically still in it, but that's a very, 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 very minute possibility. Yeah. Delhi, the more competent team looking to make the top 4. Again, they will hope Punjab falters in the match against Lucknow, and they can win against SRH and make sure that the fight for that 4th spot keeps going till the end. For more such content from the IPL 2025, please stay tuned to Sportstar. Thank you for tuning in.